Hey guys, Tara here, and today we're looking at a 2v2. This is on auto match, but it's between two of the teams from the Anniversary Classic. In the south we have Brosras with Soviets, and his loadout is mechanized support and infantry tactics and armored assault. Teaming up with him is Artavick, who has armored assault, shock rifle frontline, and anti-infantry tactics. In the north we have KIMBO, straight away locking in spearhead. Teaming up with him is Stuve, as KOH2, straight away locking in special operations. I believe this is what we saw from him in those earlier replays. So here we are for round 2. Last time Brosras and Artavick took a match game. It was a pretty closely fought match though. Looking forward to see how the teams have adapted here. What changes to their strategies have been coming through. You see Sternpani's rush straight for the fuel. He hasn't got the cutoff yet, but he's definitely going straight for that fuel. He secures it. We've got double tier 2 here from the Soviet team. So this is a pretty unusual, I would say. Usually tier 1, tier 2 mix, I would say, is the more common. Or if it's Brosras, you know, sometimes he just goes for conscripts. Quite well known for his conscript play. Yeah, Sternpani's closing in, Maxim setting up. Sternpani's might be able to hide behind this beach here. No, looks like not. Now they're getting punished by that Maxim pretty hard. Sniper getting a few picks here and there, but Maxim's coming into effect on both sides now. Sternpani's trying to crawl around the side, get behind this Maxim. There's the steal Stuve has there. Conscript's now pushing away the sniper. Takes down a shoe mine. Not a bad idea. But I suppose because we're seeing double tier 2, actually not likely to see an M3, so I think if you're up against the M3, this is a pretty good spot for a mine to stop M3 harassment. But the double tier 2 start here, that's not actually going to happen this match, so it's a decent spot for a mine, but not as important as a few facing off against tier 1 strategies. Sniper going to work on the machine gun. And the conscripts, just 6 kills now. Remember, no M3, so nothing to chase that sniper down. Just why you can afford to be quite aggressive with it here. Maxim's progressing on this right hand flank. Just kind of going forwards, inching their way up side by side. Cut-off attempt here from Stuve. Abandons it though, makes his way back to the heavy cover. Maxim's coming over, of course. Sniper's continuing to pick away though. And this is actually a pretty formidable force here. Maxim late retreat from Brosras. Could lose it here if he's unlucky. Still got this one more squad. Oh, it doesn't even need it. Does lose it indeed there. So unfortunate for Brosras losing a machine gun this early. That's a big problem. He's picked up by Stuve as well, which is very useful since he can't make MG42. Not that the Maxim is that much better than the MG34. In fact, it might even be worse, depending on what metric you think of. Because in the hands of KOH2, it's not like it has the 6 men. Grenadiers here trying to do a bit of a flank on this Maxim. But they're taking quite a lot of damage from the conscripts. Actually switched their focus fire to the conscripts. They have to abandon fresh squad of conscripts coming in. And now actually the allies securing double fuel briefly. Bad news for the Axis. Do you have Stern Pioneers coming in on a deep flank here with the sweepers out as well? Very cautious of him. Forces that retreat. Sniper getting some nice shots and 12 kills already. This was against like higher value units than like maximum support weapon members. Probably would be Vet 1 by now, but that's how it goes. Still Maxim going to work against those conscripts there. Looks like he got aggressive. Oh my god, and another Maxim goes down. Stuve now double Maxims turned over. One from each of the Soviet players. They can spread the blame equally between them. But that is a tough start for the Allies. They did secure double fuel briefly, but not sure it's going to make up for 2 lost Maxims like that. Oh, the map. I don't think I mentioned the map. It's Stadschutt, which I don't think is in the tournament map pool. Still, the Allies did manage to keep control of that fuel there, so still hanging in there, despite losing a couple Maxims. But healing going up for Stuve. Both players actually now have healing, so no looks rush, which is a little bit surprising. Generally with players going for special operations, they make heavy use of the mechanized HQ. Maybe going for like a Lutz Puma and a walking Stuka. Oh my god, nice rifle grenade! Oh my god. Close call for that conscript. Looks like it really almost goes down to a mine as well.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Oh, some munitions there. Oh, another mine. Does some good damage. Yeah, if he retreated it like later than that, he might have even lost it. The machine gun got a couple bursts off. Man, he's hitting mines all over the side here. You better get some sweepers out. The Allies have been busy with their mine planting. And there is the T-70, very fast for Artavick. On the field at 8 minutes 30.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
And the Allies don't really have anything to counter this. Looks like KIMBO going straight for tier 3.
Our industry grows to support us.
That could be punished here by this T-70. At the moment though, it's on the right hand side. No, there's another one on the left hand side. Brosras also got one. Oh, and this could be a wipe on the Pioneer. That's a pretty long retreat path. Yeah, that's going to go down for sure.
Infantry squad has been killed.
Kitten got shot off on the T-70 though. It's going to halt its advance briefly. Backing away with the T-70, perhaps expecting that kitten to be pushing up. And might actually get spotted here by that retreating flamethrower. So it's back away even further. Wow. Maxim from the side as well. Kitten trying to run up and support. It is here. Oh, get close enough for a Faust. That's good. Gonna slow down the progress of that T-70 at the very least. Kitten got in position for another shot. Can't really push any further forward. Doesn't have enough support. He's really coming back in with the damaged engine, but nothing to punish this. Oh no, micro error here from KIMBO. Looks like he only 3/4 finished his tier 3 tech, and now he's run his pioneers onto the battlefield. Oh, that's a big mistake. Which I have done myself a couple of times, but that's unfortunate. Doesn't look like he's noticed yet either. Probably won't notice until we
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
Oh no, that's alright.
Enemy forces are securing
Maybe
our
he just wanted
territory.
sweepers. He built another squad of pioneers to complete it. He just wanted the sweepers out there. That's how worried he is about those mines he was running over earlier. So a deliberate delay. Construction. It didn't really hurt him because he doesn't have enough fuel to build a tank. So fair call there. In comes a recon plane. Brosras from anti-infantry tactics. Very rare you see this commander used. Just get in there for a Faust. But you can see the issues here from the Axis team going for this kind of strategy, rushing tier 3 as the OS player, and also not having any light vehicles from the OKW player to try hold this double T70 push at bay. They're really struggling here. It's just Maxims all over the map. Rat-a-tat-tat. Maxim. Double T70s now on this side. There's a second T70 for Brosras. Using them on different fronts as well, which can be tricky. So he gets around the corner for a Faust, but could actually lose that on retreat. No, it looks like the second T70 is moving over to the middle now. But yeah, the Axis here getting absolutely punished for his strategy. Finally, we got a tank in production for KIMBO. Honestly, he could have gone for a Flak Panzer. Flak Panzer does fight pretty well against the T70. Might have been in play. Now the Axis is having trouble even getting out of their base right here. Next to those double T70s. Losing territory all over the map. Do have a Shrew HQ down. Oh, this could go down. A little bit of blocking on his own unit there. No, the gunner got sniped there. Managed to get away safely. Kitten moving up. Nice shot. That range. There was a pretty decent chance of a miss. Do you have an AT gun for Brosras? Just hitting the field though, so Panzer IV does have a little bit of time to make some magic happen. Select that. Keep wanting to select the VP flag. Which means this kills the sniper. Good control KIMBO. Oh, and he gets this. Uses the critical shot there in hopes of killing the Maxim. Doesn't come good though. These Maxims continuing to just lock down territory. Make it really hard for the Axis to push out. Another recon plane coming in for Brosras. Oh, double T70s. Oh, man. This is such a long retreat path once again. Same situation for KIMBO. Just overextending just like his pioneers did earlier. not safe to do this without your Panzer IV nearby. Moving his Panzer IV over now, but it's too late. And the recon plane's going to spot this coming through as well. So this is up there. Brosras is aware that Panzer IV might try and rotate to get the kill. Oh no, Faust didn't go off there. Doing the Faust animation. Oh, and this could be the end of the Panzer IV here. 2 anti-tank grenades? No second anti-tank grenade. Okay, it comes through now, but that's a little bit too late. It does get away from the Zis. Might have been for the best that he didn't connect with the Faust, because if he did, he probably would have stuck around to secure the kill on the T-70. Oh, he actually did hit it twice. Okay, well that's just plain unlucky then that the Faust cancelled. It can happen sometimes. It seems like if the... Oh my god, the model doing the Faust dies like right at the last second. He's trying to attack ground there, doesn't quite get it off. Now the T-70s are at Vet 2, providing heaps of sight for these anti-tank guns, well as the recon run. Panzer IV has to pull back even further, but these T-70s are out here just chopping through all this infantry. It's bad news for the Axis. Stuve now does have enough resources for a tank of his own. Imagine he has to be going for Panzer IV here. Does have 3 Raketens, but I haven't seen them really very well used so far. I suppose the recon plane does reveal camouflage units, so he can't really sneak them into position onto these light vehicles. They would be constantly getting revealed by the recon plane. Yeah, 1 rocket shot connects there. Let's fall back up to at least enough so it doesn't have engine damage. He's going after these T-70s. Misses that shot. And the Zis is there in support. Misses another shot. Has to abandon the chase. Double Zis for Brosras. So interesting strategy. Double T-70 into double Zis. Seems like this is quite an effective strategy against this particular strategy from the Axis, as I said. Not going for any light vehicles of their own has really allowed these T-70s to dominate the battlefield. Combined with, you know, KIMBO not being able to build a pack as well. It's very hard for the Axis. But the Allies, you know, Brosras, this isn't exactly a late game commander. So we could see a bit of a drop off from him into the late game. I suppose it does have like a recon run and you can always get Katyushas, but no ISU 152s or anything like that. Just going for the sniper. Just Maximals on this right hand side. T-70 looks like it's going to go in for the sniper here. Grenadier's there. A little bit too slow on the Faust though. Double shots on the Panzer IV there. Has to pull back for repairs. And that double Zis is really proving a headache for KIMBO, but they're very, very low here. Perhaps should use merge those conscripts to try to keep them on the battlefield. Looks like he might be pulling them back for reinforcements. KW Panzer IV here finally for Stuve. He was a little bit late building this though, as we saw. Had the resources for at least half a minute. Okay, Zis gets decrewed. Second Zis is there, but just around the corner. Does have sight of it thanks to this Maxim though. Speaking of the Maxim, having to retreat itself. Second Zis is pushing up. So it looks like this is the strategy. Double Zis as Soviets. And double anti-tank guns does quite effectively once again punish this exact strategy, because typically the answer to double anti-tank guns, especially from both players in 2v2, would be rocket artillery, but no mechanized trucks, so no walking Stuka for Stuve. KIMBO also rushing tier 3, no tier 4 action, so no Panzerwerfer, so this seems to be a very effective strategy against what KIMBO and Stuve are doing. I think KIMBO and Stuve need to rethink their build, because Brosras and Artavick countering it very effectively here. This could be, yeah, this could be a demolition. Oh. It's a big hit in there straight away. Looks like that just did get recruit. VP's quite close to even between the two teams, even though it feels like the Soviets have had slightly better map control to this point. Oh, he's going in. He's going on with the Stuge. He wants to kill these T-70s. He's had enough. Trying to flank him now. Oh, and there's this. One of them's rotated. Oh, this is some terrible micro here from KIMBO. Oh, he's going to lose both his tanks. Going after these T-70s. Second Zis coming over Artavick. Gets one of them just with a lucky long-range shot, but heavy cost there. Losing the Stuge and the Panzer IV for one T-70. Nowhere near worth it, and Brosras now going for the KV-8. Now that all the anti-tank has been destroyed for KIMBO, with no Stuge on the field, this KV-8's gonna just finish the game here, it feels like. I haven't had the commander patch yet, so KV-8 hasn't even been buffed, but still very strong against anti-tank guns specifically. Chasing them down, chasing them down. Chasing them all the way to base here. Uh-oh. Oh, look at all this infantry right at the base. This flamethrower could do massive damage. Artavick calling in the planes. Brosras pulling back though with the KV-8. All the Raketans coming around the side now. Probably seen them now with this T-70 thanks to its bonus sight. Pops the forced retreat. Oh, not yet. Pops propaganda artillery at the very least. And does force all of them to retreat. And maybe decide to retreat one of them at the end. The T-70 just providing so much sight. There's still there's a micro patch coming through soon. Which is going to be nerfing T-70 sight. And Vet 2. Stop these kind of scenarios happening. And the big boy for Artavick coming in as well, IS-2. Did tick to tier 4 but didn't actually get any units out of it, interestingly enough. But building tier 4 tech does give you a bit of command points, so maybe that's what he's trying to do, speed up his progress towards the IS-2. I wasn't really paying that much attention to his resource control, and now the allies got the triple cap cooking, got this fuel as well. KIMBO throwing away his 2 mediums there was super costly. He's now invested in double anti-tank guns. But this kind of medium tank push, as we've seen, so effectively shut down by the double anti-tank guns from both of the allies. Medium tanks just don't have enough armor to push through those kind of assaults. Double pack's doing some good damage to the KV-8 though. So getting soft retreating. Panzer IV is actually quite low. Gotta be careful with them. Now KIMBO calling in recon plate. Katyusha targeting the packs. Looks like they were moving forwards, so I don't think it's going to do too much here. Maxim getting stolen by KIMBO. Now recon plane coming. Oh no, not even. It's going to be IL-2's Artavick. It's going to put a halt to KIMBO's assault. He's going to need to pull back for healing at the very least. Stuve has kind of pushed out on this side, but now at risk of losing his Panzer IV to the IS-2. Perhaps not. IS-2 misses. Did try and stop the IS-2 from maximum accuracy, but still didn't quite connect there. Getting to try to get in there for some shots on the IS-2, but not getting forced away. But at the very least, captured the middle, stemming the VP bleed being too steep. Let's bring his units on slightly below full health, but can't afford to sit around and base healing any longer. Needs to get back on the battlefield. Could, you know, send a couple units over to here. There weren't any at the time. They used his allies' medics as well. Oh, fair propaganda. Oh, and it forces one of the packs away. Without both packs, I don't think he can handle the KV-8. Just having to get out of there. That's one thing. This can force retreats on anti-tank guns. It's the only time anti-tank guns can actually, apart from the Kitten, only time they can retreat. Katyusha now targeting the base. Couple kills. Okay, that could have been much, much worse. Got off lightly. There are only 2 kills after 2 barrages with that Katyusha. But that is the wombo combo. Force retreat with fair propaganda, then RD the retreat point and base. This would be very common with terror tactics. Did it alongside the howitzer. Not 20, but you can see it with the Katyusha here. Recon plane coming through once again. It's providing very good intel on the location of these triple Raketans. So I'm not sure if this is like a strategy specifically to beat this exact team, but it does seem to be countering them very effectively. Because these recon planes do reveal camouflage units. So very good at spotting the location of camouflage Raketans and snipers. Not that the sniper thing has been too relevant yet. KIMBO's actually been very good with the sniper control. Second Katyusha coming in. Kind of running right back into it. But that is a tiger now for KIMBO. So it's going to be able to fight against the KV-8 very effectively. It's quite slow though, so he's going to have to be aware of his ZIS positioning. Knocks out the munitions cache though, so that's going to help stop the spam of the IL-2 Stuve. There was a second one now. ZKW Panzer IV is not really a match for the IS-2. Yeah, bouncing all these shots. Perhaps. Oh, one of the packs gets decreased. Oh, and the sniper's running into the Katyusha barrage. Oh, this could be trouble. Tiger in tricky spot. Ooh, looks like it's going to get away. SU-85 not going to risk the chase there. But I think if he did, he would have got the kill. And both the packs getting decrewed here. Try to pop forced retreat, I think, on the machine gun. It's like one of the packs is going to get away. Here comes the T-70. Pack setting up though. Gets one shot on the T-70. Now he's trying to back away, get a second shot in. T-70. Oh no, the pack gets decrewed right before it got the shot in. T-70 survives, both packs go down. Looks like one of the Panzer IVs goes down here in the south. And we've got some rockets coming in, targeting these Raketans. They get away just in the nick of time. Tracer grenades. Oh, gets the wipe with it too. Well, that's something. And the Axis need something right now because they're getting punished on every angle. Tagging base getting repaired, but it's going to take a long time. No variancy on his Pioneers. Stuve now probably saving for the Command Panther, I imagine. Or maybe not. He's actually put down his mechanized HQ. He's got the repair upgrade on it. But maybe he's thinking walking Stuka. I'm not sure. Axis have been in need of some rocket artillery though. To deal with these double anti-tank guns for both of the Soviet players. KV-8 now getting aggressive while the Tiger's back for repairs. Pack setting up here, this is very risky. Oh, but it could go down now. Tiger's coming out. Not fully repaired. Gets a Faustin as well. SU-85 coming in to support. Pack gets decrewed. Tiger bouncing a couple shots on the KV-8 here. And missing as well. Looks like the KV-8's gonna live to fight another day. Good supporting play from the SU-85. Panzer IV coming over now, but probably best not to do anything. Double Zissa there as well. Looks like Stuve sent his whole army over here to support though. Briefly setting up a 2v1. This could be good for a push for the Axis. Nice twos here now though as well. Tiger pushing forwards, but double AT gun set up. Tiger is in big trouble. Oh, it goes down to a Katyusha barrage, I think. Both AT guns decrewed. Goes for some salvaging. Threatening to Faust here, so the IS-2 pulls back, allowing the salvage here. Oh no. Okay, it goes down to the machine gun. Katyusha targeting what he expects to be the retreat path, but the packs are staying aggressive. Now they're backpedaling a little bit. No retreat on the Maxim. Loses it there.
We have lost an MG team.
Oh, looks like Stuve's going for another Panzer IV. This is not the answer. It's going in after the T-70, but he could just lose his Panzer IV outright here. Conscripts didn't hoorah in for an anti-tank grenade, so actually maybe not. KV-8's in there roasting and toasting though. Both the packs get decrewed. And down goes the Panzer IV. That surely is the end of the match.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Well, I think, you know, Brosras, well, basically KIMBO and Stuve going for this strategy seems to be like the worst of basically every scenario. They just didn't quite have enough map control for the fast medium tank to arrive for KIMBO, so that meant the double T-70s just dominated the battlefield. In conjunction with that, no mechanized truck for Stuve meant that, yeah, the T-70s were just dominating on every side of the map. Really put the bleed in, slowed down the fast medium tank attempt from both of the Axis players. And then once they did get the fast mediums out, well, they weren't even fast at that point, but they're up against double Zis on both sides. Pretty much the perfect counter to medium tanks like that. And because there was no rocket artillery, because once again, no mechanized truck, no fast tier 4, the Zis really shut out the medium tanks. And then the Allies went for heavy tanks, the KV-8 and the IS-2. So very well countered the medium tanks. Basically shut this strategy out completely, combined with the recon flight to reveal the Raketen, so there were no sneaky Raketen ambushes basically the whole game. Turn the tides. It's really a comprehensive strategy from the Allies to completely shut out this play from the Axis. And I think they should reconsider their strategies, because this doesn't seem effective. So there we have it. Brosras and Artavick once again beating KIMBO and Stuve. And yeah, I think this KIMBO and Stuve, you know, I think they played reasonably well, but this is just the wrong strategy to be using, in my opinion.